everybody, it's Jenna from Jenna Stitches. It is Sunday, January 15th, so it is time for my weekly progress video. Hopefully, all my papers fell off my printer. Oh, I don't have my planner in here with me. I was going to show it like I did last week, but hopefully this video will post tonight. The last few days, I think like since Thursday, all my videos are taking hours to upload. I actually, if you watched yesterday's video, you would know this, but I recorded like 4 videos yesterday, and the one that I posted yesterday, which I believe finally ended up uploading around 7-ish p.m. or even later, I had finished recording it and started uploading it around 10 a.m. So hopefully this will go up tonight because it is right now 5:30. So I'm hoping it won't take as long as it has been. But since Thursday's video, I believe, it's just been taking hours for my videos to upload. But like I said, this is my weekly progress video. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. But what I do is every Sunday I come on and just kind of show my progress for the week and what I've worked on. I did get a crochet planner from Erin at Crafting Kitty that I've been writing down like my plans for the week and the month and so on. And last week I showed what I had in my planner compared to what I made. And I did plan on doing that for this week, but I don't have my planner. And I just realized I left one of the projects back there. So I'll have to grab it. But I know in the planner for this week it said to finish my mixtape sweater, which is what I'm wearing. So it is finished other than I have to weave in my ends. To make a beanie, which I did. To do 10 rows on both the blankets I've been working on. So the 4 blanket that I am working on for some coworkers of mine who are getting married in May. And then the Casablanca blanket I'm making for my husband. 10 rows on both of those. And then to make some worry worms. And actually, can you grab that basket right up there, Bella? Thank you. The blue one? Yep. It's got my worry worms in it. Thank you. Sure. He wants to show you guys something. No. Oh, you want me to show you? Yeah. Show them? This is his new Lego set he got today. What's it called? The Hulk Buster? This is the Hulk Buster that he got today.
Wait, that's not.
Oh, what is it?
I think it was the Hulk Marvel mech.
Oh, the Hulk Marvel mech is what it's called. Really cool here.
The Hulk Buster is red.
Oh, okay. So, that was everything that was in the planner for this week. And I did actually get everything that I had planned. He distracted me and now I can't think of words. Finished except for the 10 rows on the 4 blanket that I'm making for the coworkers. I think right now the plan for the rest of this month and kind of going forward, unless I get into like crunch time, is to either do 5 rows on each or plan to do just 1 blanket a week, 10 rows, instead of trying to do 10 on both. Because working on everything else I plan on working on, plus 10 rows on both of those, plus the Heartthrob blanket I'm working on for the collab I'm doing, I don't have enough time to do it all. Can you stop, please?
It's called the Hulk mech armor.
Armor.
I don't know why they said that.
I don't know. It's called the Hulk mech armor, apparently. And then I got a couple projects done that I didn't plan on doing either. So I'll start with what I'm wearing since I'm wearing it. This is the mixtape sweater. It's a free pattern on Hobby or Hobby, HOBBII.com. That I started making with the Premier Dotty yarn that I also got from Erin at Crafting Kitty. And it is complete other than my ends need to be woven in. I decided to go with short sleeve. If you can tell, obviously you can. I don't know why I said that. But I think I've mentioned before, I just really don't like things around my wrists other than like, you know, jewelry and stuff. But I don't like cuffs around my wrist. Anytime I wear long sleeves, like I end up pushing them up. I do prefer things to be above my elbow. I don't even like 3/4 sleeves. So when I started making the sleeves, I had every intention to make them long sleeve. And I'm like, if I make them long sleeve, I probably won't wear it too much, or I'll just be pushing them up all the time and stretching it out. So I just went with short sleeve. And then it is pretty short, but I probably don't have the best outfit in the world on either. I just have some leggings on and a tank top. But I did have it on with a pair of jeans last night, and the jeans that I wore come like right up to here. So the shirt does sit right at the top of the jeans I had on. I'll insert a picture of me wearing it with those jeans. So really, if I wear it with certain pairs of jeans, it will be fine. And honestly, it doesn't really look too bad with what I'm wearing either, even though I just have, you know, like I said, leggings and a tank top on that I would never actually go out into public in. So I'm happy with it. I love it. Definitely will be wearing it quite a bit after I get my ends woven in. So that is one project off the list. The second thing I'll show, and one is missing. Oh, I was playing with one the other day to show to my husband. But I did make 5 worry worms. I don't know where the 5th one went. Again, my ends aren't woven in yet. I always wait till the last second to weave my ends in. But I made 4 of them just using some random yarn. This is a red heart. The stripe one that's like this color, a teal color, a purpley color. Well, this is purpley, but I can't remember the name of it right now. But it's one of the red heart stripes. And then these 3 came out of a big twist that I made my seed stitch beanie out of last week. So there are those. And then I did get the googly eye thingies in the mail the other day, so I just gotta hot glue them on here. And those will be done. So I do plan on making enough for my mom's entire classroom and maybe my son's classroom. So I think I need 17 for her classroom if I'm correct. So I do have to make more of those, but I did get those done. The other finished project I mentioned it last week, I think, but I didn't show it because I had just started it. But I did make a snood or a cowl, infinity scarf, whatever you want to call it. But because of Wednesday, everybody's calling them snoods right now. And mine, again, didn't weave in the ends, but it reminds me of a mixture between Wednesday and Enid. And if you've watched the show, Enid is her best friend. Well, technically she doesn't like her for most of the season, but she's her roommate. They're best friends. So I chose black and pink, honestly, because that's what I had laying around. But then I was like, oh, it fits both of them perfectly. Because that's kind of what everybody's doing right now, is doing like one for Wednesday, one for Enid. And what's funny is this is kind of like me and my best friend too. Like, my favorite colors are green and purple, but I do love black and she loves pink. So there's all my ends because I decided to work in rows instead of working in the round. And for this, I used Ice Yarns Anti-Pilling Baby, I think is what it's called. And this yarn was horrible, which sucks because I bought, well, obviously you have to buy packs from Ice Yarn. So I think I have 8 of the black and 4 of the pink. And my intentions were to make a blanket out of it. But I figured, I didn't even use a full skein to make this of each. So I figured it wouldn't be too big of a deal to use it and I could still make a blanket. This yarn split so bad and you can see it in there. It's just so uneven. There's a spot I just saw right there. And I don't know, it just, you can see how uneven it looks. And if you look at it closely, there's so many times where the yarn split and it took me so long to work on because and I did half double crochets. So every couple stitches I had to redo it because the yarn was splitting. And then half the time I was just leaving it. Like, it split right there. There you go. You can kind of see that. It was just rough to work with. So it isn't as big as I wanted it to be, but I wasn't working on it anymore, but it still works. Definitely for like a cowl, and I don't know why I took my hair out of it, but you can still, you know, wear it up with the hood part too. So it's a good size to do what it's intended for. I do want to make one that's much bigger and like more flowy and everything, but I think it came out really, really good now that I messed up my hair. So that is a finished project, and that just kind of came out of nowhere. I really wanted something that I didn't have to focus too much on. Both the blankets I'm working on are very detailed, as well as the heartthrob blanket that I'm doing for the collab. Not that it's detailed, but you definitely have to pay attention to it. So I wanted something I really didn't have to pay attention to. So it's just been my like late night or project to take to bed with me project since last week. That's what I've been working on, is that. So that is finished. The next finished object I have is the beanie I made, and this is the Wanderlust beanie. I'll have it linked down below. Probably one of my favorite hat patterns. I just adore it. It is so cute. I used a Karen cake for this, just the standard Karen cakes. I think it's called the colorway is Fairy Cake, and I love it. And it is a kid size because, again, I'm doing what I did last year, making a hat for every student in my mom's class. So it will be this year coming up, whatever kids she gets. But I don't want to wait until the very end of the year like I did last year to make them all. So I'm going to plan on making one a week and then giving her what she needs and figuring out what to do with the rest, whether I give the whole thing to her school or whether I donate to the local cancer hospital I was donating to last year. But I love this pattern. It is so pretty. So that's the Wanderlust beanie. Then the other thing is a project I just started actually a couple hours ago and almost done with it. One of the little girls in my mom's class this year had asked if I could make a pair of mittens for her to match the hat that she got when my mom gave the kids the hats for Christmas time this year. And my mom, you know, secretly told her, yes, I would, so that the other kids wouldn't find out. So I am working on them because I do want to get them to her while it's still cold outside. And I believe my mom's going to stop by and pick up the kids for a little bit tomorrow. So I figured if I can get them done tonight, I can just hand them off to her tomorrow, so that when she goes back to school on Tuesday, she can give them to the little girl. But I just picked a pattern off Yarn Inspirations. I just typed in child crochet mittens and picked a Yarn Inspirations pattern. So here it is. It says Karen hands full crochet mittens, and it does show the sizes for 2 to 4 years old, 8 to 10 years old, and an adult. And I did the 8 to 10 because my mom's second grade, so she's, you know, 7, 8 years old. And here is the mitten I made. I did only get one done so far. I got the cuff of the second one done. I just got to do the actual hand part of it. And it probably only took me about half an hour to make this. I'm sorry if you can hear my kids talking. Hey, come shut the door, please. Sorry. They're arguing about something, which is always, they never stop arguing with each other. Please. I started this at the beginning of the third quarter of the Bills and Miami game, and I finished it right at the very end of the game. So however long that is. About a half an hour, I think, because each quarter is like 15 minutes, maybe. I don't know. I like football, but I don't watch it enough to know like the ins and outs of it. But I think at least each quarter is a half an hour. And, you know, the times I had to stop and everything, I would say about 30 minutes to work on it. And this is made with the Lion Brand Ice Cream Roving Divinations yarn in the colorway Chuckles. And I did make a hat out of it back at the end of last year, and the little girl got that hat. So I'm making the mittens for her and the matching yarn. So there is one, and again, I got the cuff of the second one done. I just got to do the actual mitten part, which I'm going to do as soon as I'm done with this video. but super, super cute. And then the last thing I have to show you guys is the progress I made on the Casablanca mosaic blanket for my husband. So like I said in the beginning, I did get 10 rows on his blanket done. I just wasn't able to get any progress on the floor blanket done for my coworkers. So it's probably not going to look much different, but there it is. And I messed up a lot on this part. I don't know what I was doing. You can see it here. Like, this does not match what it's supposed to look like at all. None of them do. I think the very first one on the side is what the pattern is supposed to look like. And then I don't know what I did after that. But I think I got it back on track where, yeah, that part will remain messed up, but the rest of it, I have the stitch count back to the way it should be and everything. But there is a stitch marker right here. So that is 10 rows right there. So where my fingernail is up is where those 10 rows come into play. So good progress. I think 10 rows is a really good amount of rows to be doing. Again, I don't know if I'm going to do 5 or 10 and just alternate between the blankets because I have so much other stuff I got to work on. But that's kind of my plan. But I did get an order from my aunt. We've been discussing details for about a week or so, and we finally got everything situated tonight. She needs a cardigan for a newborn and a 3-year-old, and then she wants dolls for each of them as well with matching clothes for the cardigans. So I'm gonna start those either tonight or tomorrow, and that's gonna be my main focus, is getting those done along with the heartthrob blanket that I'm working on for the collab. So that's why I kind of gotta limit the amount of rows I'm doing on the other 2 blankets, because it's just, you know, way too much for me to even try to get done in 1 week. But I didn't plan out this week coming up yet, so I don't know what I'll be working on, but I do plan on doing that tonight. So I guess you guys will just see next Sunday what I worked on. So I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope everybody had a great weekend and have a great rest of your night. Bye.